A little running joke in my household is that they like to call me BM, which is the budget manager. If you guys don't know, my sister has this amazing podcast called The Kickback Theory. Because of her podcast, we always tend to throw little events here and there. She loves curating events and she loves putting people together and just always having events. For me, my favorite part of that aspect is definitely to control the spending, because sometimes she likes to just like buy this, get this, and I like to be on a budget. So it actually is a great dynamic for both of us when we come back together. I will definitely leave the Kickback Theory link down below if you haven't heard about the podcast. Where have you been? Follow her on Instagram at The Kickback Theory. Follow me on Instagram at Avec_Ashley. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you're new to my channel, I hope you like this video enough to subscribe. And if you are not and you've just been with us, thank you so much for staying with us. We're almost at 500 subscribers, so tell a friend to subscribe to my channel because you already know what it is. So for today, I am going to be talking about money. I had posted a money related video back in April when I talked about the stimulus check. You guys can check that out. So for today's topic, we are going to be talking about how to save money, and I'm going to be giving you guys savings tips. I know that some people shy away from talking about money and kind of feel weird about money, but for some reason I actually do enjoy talking about money, and I think it's something that we definitely have to normalize and just talk about because it's not something that a lot of people know and understand. And I think that if we just give some tips, a lot of people can benefit from learning from each other and becoming more financially literate. As a disclaimer, I am 25 and I still do live at home. I am not paying a mortgage and I am not being asked to pay for rent. Even though I'm not paying for rent, I do have smaller bills I am responsible financially for. First things first, I would create a budget and make a list. My income is always going to be the same because I only have one form of income. So I already know like a pretty clear estimate of how much I'm making. When you create your budget and your list, you basically write down your income. So you would say, for job one, I'll be making say like $1,000 bi-weekly. Every month you're getting paid $2,000. This is just for an example, just so that I can give you guys a clear example. $2,000 is my income, then that means that my expenses cannot exceed over $2,000, because if it exceeds over $2,000, that will put me in the negative. For the list of your expenses, you always want to start with the things that you really need. Groceries, you have to pay your bills that need to get paid. Then you can see if you have a little bit of money over for shopping, and then you can do something, maybe if you want to spend some time with your friends, how much money you will spend a month going out. And then another thing that you can do is your self-care. I personally like to get my waxes. I have to get my hair done. When you write things down, it makes it easier for you to understand and pinpoint where am I at, easier to gauge. Okay, am I spending too much? What part can I cut out from? There are a few apps that you can use to track your spending. I'm super old fashioned, so I do like to write pen and paper. Another thing that you can do is create an Excel spreadsheet. And on that spreadsheet, you can literally lay out everything. And the second tip that I would say is to watch your everyday habits. Buying breakfast or a coffee, or buying something, buying lunch opposed to making it. It's the little things that add up to become the big thing. Why don't you just buy the pack of coffee grinds, grind it at your house, and just make it for yourself every morning. That means getting up a little bit earlier, but it will save you the few bucks. I'm lucky enough to have my mom who cooks here and there, so she would make something and then I would literally pack it for my lunch the next day. I know some people are weird about leftovers, but for me, I honestly think leftovers would be bussin'. So I don't know about y'all who don't like leftovers. Maybe y'all too, y'all living life expensive and lavish and stuff like that. I could I could rock with some leftovers, honestly, truly. Packing your meals for work literally will save you so much money. A third tip to save money is to have no spending periods. For my birthday, I love to splurge on myself and get myself a couple gifts that I really want. My birthday is in December. Now is the time where I usually would have these periods of no spending because I know that I definitely want to buy myself something big for my birthday. So for example, I would say this week, I'm not spending any money on going out to eat. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna make something. From your groceries, you can literally make something so simple. You set the time for how long you don't want to do a certain thing. And this not doing a certain thing not only helps you save for what you're really saving for, but it helps you with two portions. It helps you to strengthen your discipline on saving money, and it strengthens your self-control. Pulling back how much money you're allowing yourself to spend on something really does help you Clearly decipher your needs versus your wants. The main question to always ask yourself before you make a purchase is, do I really need it? My fourth tip goes back to tip number 3, and it kind of relates to it in the form of, when you're saving, you have to create reasonable goals, and you have to have a goal for something. With the savings goal, you would have a long-term goal and you have short-term goals. Creating reasonable savings goals really goes back to your why. When I had mentioned my birthday, maybe I wanted to get myself a luxury purse for $1,000. Hypothetically speaking, I know this is my short-term goal. If I have these no spend periods, I could reach that $1,000 so I can get that purse for myself in December. Another tip that I have to save money is, when you get your credit card bill, pay it in full. Pay it in full, because that is when they get you. Credit cards interest rate is ridiculous. Say it with me, class. Ridiculous. So last weekend, I was out all weekend, you know? I was making some purchases, and then I was like, oh, I'm using a little bit too much of my debit, which is like your real money. And then I was like, let me use a little bit of my credit, which is like borrowed money. But listen, when I get paid again, I'm going to be paying off the complete balance. Because when you let the balance roll over, that's when you're going to get interest, and the interest will continue to accrue and accrue and accrue. And then you'll be deeper and deeper into paying off your debts. Those were all the saving tips that I had. I hope this video was so helpful for someone to save a little bit more money and really just get on the right track with saving money. If you have any questions on anything that I said, definitely leave it in the description box down below. Let me know what kind of other videos that you guys want to see from me in regarding to money and finances. I would love to continue sharing that with you guys. Bye, guys.